Okay, so as we plan for marketing and we think about outside influences that affect us and affect our business and therefore should affect our planning, economic factors are a major consideration. When we think about economic factors, there are all sorts of things we could consider, but what we really need to think about first and foremost is, are people in a position to buy our product? In other words, do people in the market that we're focusing on have the purchasing power they need to buy our product? If they can't afford our product, well, that's probably not a good place to start. So, going right along with purchasing power, we have consumer confidence, because what that means is whether consumers are confident that the money they have today, they'll continue to make tomorrow, and so on and so on. When consumers have a high level of confidence, they'll go on with their business and make purchases and buy things. When they have a low level of confidence, they tend to start saving more and quit buying things. So we need to take that into consideration when we decide whether we want to launch a new product or what price we should put on a product. Another concern, especially if we look at going international with our business, is inflation, which is heavily tied to interest rates. So inflation has to do with the value of money over time. With high inflation, money loses value, so you can buy less and less with the same amount of money. This has a direct effect on interest rates, because when inflation is high, it's going to be expensive to borrow money. And that has a lot of impact on us as a business, because most businesses run somewhat on debt. So we need to think about that from our standpoint, but also for the consumer. Next, we have tax rates, and tax rates have a direct and obvious impact on us as a business, because for us to make more money with higher taxes, we have to charge more money. On the other hand, if taxes are lower, we don't have to charge as much money, which could help us sell more, and we can still make the same amount of money in terms of profit. Lastly, we have exchange rates, and these, again, really only come into play for the most part when we're doing international business, but these determine the value of money in one place versus money in another place. So we have to think about these when we set prices on products that we want to sell internationally. So all of these different economic factors are important for us to consider as we plan for marketing success.